We're back. This time we're taking a look at the final one of the blind OP boosters from the reinforcement booster pack. This time it's the Federation's USS Lakota. And again, we're using a friend of mine's that I borrowed, so I'm missing that one skill captain as well as the tokens. But everything else is here, and we'll take a look and check it out. First we have our Excelsior-class dial. Same dial as we got with our previous Excelsior ship. There's our Excelsior-class maneuvers. Kind of a sluggish ship. All red turns on the tights. Missing ones all completely. Has a few green there in the middle. And that 2 reverse, which definitely surprises people if you pull that out and they're not expecting it. We have our named USS Lakota. 3 attack, 1 agility, 5 hull, 4 shield. 1 tech upgrade, 2 weapon upgrades, 2 crew upgrades. 26 points. Evasive, target lock, scan, and battle stations. Standard layout there. And our ability is when attacking during the modify attack dice step, you may convert one of your hits into a crit. If you do so, place an auxiliary token beside your ship. Auxiliary power token for the ability to force through a crit. Very nice if you can already see if you've hit, see if their shields are down, and make use of that crit. If their shields are still up, no point in giving yourself the auxiliary power token for that. Definitely a useful ability there. Next we have our generic Excelsior class. You're sacrificing 1 shield and 1 of the weapon upgrades for 24 points. Still a decent ship. For captains we have Erika Benteen. Captain skill 4, 1 elite talent for 3 points. As an action, disable this card and all of your weapon upgrades to target a ship at range 1 to 3. Your ship cannot attack the target ship, and that ship cannot attack your ship this round. You must disable at least 1 weapon upgrade to use this action. Kind of a useful ability, if not extremely situational. You have to have at least that 1 weapon upgrade. You have to disable it to do it. There's definitely better captains out there. As far as in a sealed environment, though, she's useful, and this ship does come with a weapon upgrade to use her ability. As far as faction on the whole, the Federation's got many other captains who are more useful than her. Definitely can be used in the sealed environment where these ships are meant. For our elite talent, we have Defy orders, not to be confused with the Disobey orders that came with the Sutherland. This one's 4 points. At the end of the activation phase, after all ships have moved, if you have an enemy ship in your forward firing arc, you may discard this card to immediately perform an additional green or white maneuver. You cannot attack during the round that you use this ability. Not really sure why you would want to use this one. I'm sure there's a reason. Possibly to get out of their fire arc, but try to keep them in yours. For the most part, if you've already got them in your forward firing arc, you're purposely moving and giving yourself the ability not to attack. So I'm not really sure where this would be useful. I'm sure a situation could arise where it would be, but for the most part there's definitely better elite talents out there to fill this slot. For crew upgrades we have Tuvok, 3 points. At any time you may discard this card to perform a scan action as a free action. Kind of interesting. The ability to get free actions is always nice. 3-point discard's not horrible for a scan in the right situation. Definitely if you're running into a minefield or something along those lines. The fact that it's at any time you could do it. So you can do this in the middle of another action if you need that scan token for something. For weapon upgrades we have upgraded phasers. 3 points. When attacking with your primary weapon, gain +1 attack die. Once per round, if you hit an attack squadron with your primary weapon, you may immediately make a second attack against that same target. This upgrade costs 5 extra points for any non-Federation ship. Can only be deployed to a ship with a primary weapon value of 3 or less, and no ship can be equipped with more than 1. Again, it's another one of those anti-fighter weapons that we've seen a lot of in these blind ships. The +1 attack die on itself is nice. Bumps up the native on this ship to a 4. Can definitely be useful on some other ships as well. Limited to ones with an attack value of 3 or less. Kind of restricts where you can use it, but definitely an all-around good upgrade. For tech upgrades, we have micro power relays. 3 points. As an action, you can repair 1 non-critical damage to your hull, or as an action, you can flip over all your critical damage assigned to your ship. Nice thing is, this card's not a disable, so one turn you can use the action to flip the non-criticals over, the next turn you can use an action to repair them. Definitely nice. The ability to flip over criticals alone can get you back your captain, can get you back your warp core, and can prevent some other really bad things from happening. The ones that make your weapons only do 0 damage the next attack, things like that. Definitely worth the action to take care of those. 3 points is pretty much a steal for the utility you get out of this one. Here's our base for the Lakota. 180 degree front arc, very nice. 90 degree rear arc gives you just the tiny little corners there where you have a blind spot. And our generic Excelsior, again with the same, just those tiny little corners you got to watch out for. Other than that, you've got fire arcs all the way around as long as you have weapons to make use of that rear arc. The model itself is done in that silver material that we've been seeing the Federation ships done in as of late. I kind of like it better than the bluish gray that they were doing. Still needs a little something to really make it fit though. It's definitely not right. Get some blue paintwork down here around the lower saucer section, as well as some little details here and there. Because of the shininess of the silver, the detail that they did paint doesn't really show up as much as it does on the old model. But at the same time, they did do a little bit more to it. It's another one that definitely could use some touching up and look really nice if you took the time and effort to put into it. Overall, it's a really good ship. Mediocre by Federation standards, but as far as the upgrades that come with it, there's some excellent upgrades in here. The named version of the ship itself isn't that bad. As far as a blind booster goes for the OP, it's definitely one of the better ones that you're going to want to draw. I believe out of all of them, this one's actually selling for the most right now. I could be wrong on that, but last I checked it was. So it's definitely a sought after ship. If you don't play Federation, you're not interested and you do pull one of these, you definitely have a really good piece of trade fodder. Probably for that upgraded phaser card and the micro power relays. People just want those because they're such good cards, but definitely a one of the better pulls you can pull for sealed and a good ship all around. Anyway, that's it for this one, and we'll see you in the next video.